Hey sis, I'm so glad you were able to work things out in the end. I always thought you were kind to me, but I love you more than ever for stepping aside for my sake. It's not like I stepped aside for you. I didn't want to get married to a man who would cheat on his fiancée with his fiancée's sister. That's why I agreed to break off the engagement. Your boyfriend happened to be the CEO of the company. Do you remember my childhood dreams? No. A princess. Huh? For real? You, a daughter of a businessman? That's more the reason why. So, I decided to marry a rich guy. You can't become a princess if you don't marry into a wealthy family. This is exactly this age's Cinderella story. You stole your sister's boyfriend. You're no Cinderella. Do you really know about Cinderella? Don't be so mean just because your CEO boyfriend was stolen from you. Your sister stole your chance to be Cinderella. Too bad. I actually feel bad for you, Mia. Don't be silly. Do you even understand your position? Why don't you just cry and act like a victim? You do realize you've been dumped, right? Dumped? I'm the one who dumped him. He's not coming back to you, no matter what you do. He doesn't have to come back. Do you understand that he chose me over you? That means you're not attractive. It means you weren't the woman of his choice. You were cheated, so stop crying sour grapes. What do you want me to do? He cheated on me behind my back. Then, he broke off the engagement without my permission. Am I supposed to cry and feel sorry for myself? You've always been like that. You're nowhere near cute. Why don't you say I'm strong? I'm an independent adult. I'm good at dealing with my feelings. Independent? Don't make me laugh. You are trying to be a parasite on him by marrying him, the CEO of the company. How are you going to live now? You really don't know anything. That's why I feel bad for you. What's the matter with you? Why aren't you disappointed? You know what? Colton's not the CEO. What? What are you talking about? He's the CEO of the company. You work under him at his company, don't you? I'm his company's co-owner. Co-owner? I'm the one who raised the money to start the company in the first place. It's my company because it all started thanks to my connections. Huh? What are you talking about? He used to work for a different company in the same industry. After we started dating, he said he wanted to help me grow my company. We were thinking of getting married and I thought it might be better to have another CEO for the company, in case I became pregnant or had a baby in the future. Another CEO? Your company? Wait a minute. So you're really the CEO of the company? Yes. And I'm the one who invested in the company in the first place. I did have him become a co-owner, but it's a good thing I didn't make him a co-investor. The board of directors voted to fire him without a second thought. Fired? What do you mean? After I found out about the affair between you two, I could no longer trust Colton, so I did a background check on him. As a result, we found out that he's been spending company money on various things like dinner dates and affair trips. More than enough reasons to fire him came up one after another. I asked him to leave the company last week. I I didn't hear anything about that. Why don't you ask Colton for the details? So you're saying he's not the CEO anymore? Does that mean I can't be a princess? He's not in our company anymore. Embezzlement is a real crime, you know. But on the condition that he leaves the company without a fuss and pays back the money he embezzled, we agree not to file a lawsuit. Of course, I'm preparing a lawsuit in case he gets behind on the payments. Oh no. My plan of becoming a princess. He's my sister's hand-me-down, and his face is not my type. His only strength was wealth. Without that, there's nothing left. You really are a money grubber. You're so mean to not tell me any of this. I can't believe you. I'm cutting ties with you. Bye. That was my line, you know. It seems like you're not reading my text anymore. But I wish you a happy life with him.
Hey, Kylie, what do you think you're doing? Why did you tell Mia that I'm not the CEO anymore?
I just told her the truth. It's not like I promised I wouldn't tell her anything about the co-ownership or how you got fired.
You've got to be kidding me. Thanks to you, she's calling off the marriage. It's chaos.
Having your engagement called off twice. That's terrible.
Well, it's not that bad.
What? What do you mean?
You're the only one who broke off the engagement. Mia said she'd marry me in the end.
How did that happen?
I told her that I got out of the co-ownership to start up my own company. Since I'm already preparing for that, and I helped you grow your company, I said my own company will grow in no time.
Start up a company? By you? All by yourself?
I'm going to make my company so big that yours won't stand a chance against us. We'll be in the same business, so we'll be rivals.
I've been in business with you for a while, and I noticed that you're not fit to run a business. So, you really shouldn't try to run a business by yourself.
Nonsense. Just because I'm dumping you to get a new girlfriend in a new company? Don't be jealous.
I'm not saying this out of jealousy.
I'm going to be happy with Mia. Don't get in my way.
Whatever. If you want to start a company, you need money, right? Do you have that kind of money? You owe me alimony, and you owe the company for all the money you've spent.
Unlike you, I'm a man, and I'm good at what I do. I'll expand the company within 6 months and pay you and the company with a lump sum cash.
In 6 months? That's why you're not fit to run a business. The alimony is due immediately, in one lump sum. We also set a deadline for the company money you've been spending. Please, transfer the money as soon as possible.
That's exactly why your fiancé dumped you. You really have no cuteness. Mia's more charming and worth loving.
I don't care about any of that. You knew my personality when you started going out with me. You're the one who proposed to me, remember?
You have money. You're my business partner. I was under the pressure to get married to you. But after meeting Mia, I realized I was wrong. True love existed between me and Mia.
I'm sorry to say this while your head is in the clouds, but I hope Mia thinks it's true love too.
We're destined to be together.
Congratulations in so many ways. I have absolutely no regrets. I'm already feeling better about breaking off the engagement. Thank you.
Even if you later realize how much of a good guy I am and regret losing me, I'm never going back to you or your company. Good luck with your work and life.
When starting a company is the hardest part. Good luck with that. Now, get on with it and pay me and the company the money you owe us.
I'll pay you double the amount with interest if you want. Don't regret your decision, even if you end up crying in frustration.
I'm moving into a new house now. I didn't know what to do when you started talking about Colton not being the CEO and embezzling money. But he started his own company and became the president. And he bought a lovely house for me. I'm sorry I'm the only one who became happy. A house? Did he really start up a new company? I haven't heard any rumors about his company. You and Colton are not even rivals, I guess. I'll send you a pic of my new house. It's actually a townhouse. This townhouse? I know this place. You know about this place? The scenery is great, and there are many restaurants nearby. Tell me the address. If I tell you, you'll come here, won't you? Well, you won't get past the front gate anyway. No outsiders are allowed in without the residents' permission. Just tell me the address. 2305 West Drive. 2305? For an average businessman family like ours, it's a place we'll never have a chance to live. It's my happy ending. I'm going to live here with my CEO husband. He made me a princess. That's my property. Huh? No. What's with the lie? I'm not lying. The townhouse at 2305 West Drive is in my name. Don't be ridiculous. He sent me these pictures. He even sent me the interior. It can't be in your name. The interior has changed a lot from that picture. The pictures you just sent me. Those are from last year, when Colton's parents bought the place. Colton's parents? What do you mean? It's a bit tedious to explain in order, but that townhouse was built about a year ago. And Colton's father, who lived nearby, thought he could make a lot of money by investing in it. So, he decided to buy that house. But after 6 months, he couldn't afford to pay the mortgage. He knew I was running a company, so he asked me to buy the place from him. So you bought his dad's brand new townhouse? That's what it means. Those pictures were taken by Colton's father a year ago. I remodeled it, so the interior has been completely changed. Wait a minute. Then where am I going? He said we were moving to a townhouse. But if that's your house, where am I moving in? I don't know. Maybe you're going to another townhouse. That's irresponsible. Irresponsible? I'm not responsible for you in the first place. You're the one who cut ties with me, remember? What do you want me to do? My plan was to live in a beautiful house and become a princess. If it's your place, you wouldn't mind your sister living there. That makes no sense to me. I've always been having your hand-me-downs, haven't I? You were snatching things from me, to be correct. You took them from me even before I used it, so they weren't hand-me-downs. I'll use your hand-me-downs this time too. You now live in a different place nearby, right? No matter how good-natured I am, I'm not going to give that house to you nor Colton. And I'm not going to rent it to you guys either. After I bought that place and renovated it, I put it on the market and now it's occupied. Someone else is living there? When Colton's father bought it, no one applied for it. But when I put it up for rent, I got a resident right away. You did something? Nothing much. I just remodeled it and rent it out at the market rate. Colton's father was trying to collect the money as soon as possible. So, he set the rent much higher than the market price. That's all there is to it? I don't know. It's none of my business now. Now that Colton's gone, my company's back on track. It's doing even better now that he's gone, so we're getting busier than ever. Wait a minute, sis. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to live anywhere but that townhouse of yours. Hey, sis! Sis, help me. I'm at the nearest supermarket. Please come and pick me up. I can't. Why not? I'm at work. I mean, what do you mean, help me? The moving. They're making me help them with the move. You already moved into your new place 2 days ago. If you have to unpack your stuff, it's your stuff, so you have to do it yourself. No, it's not my stuff. They're making me pack up his parents' stuff. Why? Colton took me to his parents' house that day. And then they told me to pack their stuff for the move. They handed us cardboard boxes and duct tapes. I see. Why are you being such a stranger? I asked him about the townhouse, and he admitted that it was in your name. When I asked him about what was going on, he said from now on, he's going to make enough money to live in the townhouse. From now on? I asked him a lot of questions and found out something. His whole family is in debt. They've been investing in all kinds of things. His parents' house and land are mortgaged. So now, we all have to leave in a week. Didn't his father learn a lesson from that townhouse mistake? So, from now on, he's making me an employee of his company with his parents on the board of directors. We'll live together as a family and work hard. We'll make it bigger than your sister's company, he said. Countdown to self-destruction. This is absurd. I can't make up the deficit together and hit a huge home run like that. I'm going to be a princess. Let me ask you something. By family, do you mean you're married? Yes. I wanted to be a princess as soon as possible. That was premature. I'm the one who made a mistake in going out with him in the first place, but you couldn't see through his lies too. His face and personality were never my type. I want to divorce him. I'm not a princess. I'm Cinderella before she got her glass slippers. I can't do this. But it was your choice. There's nothing I can do about it. You're my sister. You cut ties with me. We're still in touch. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Well then, I'm blocking you. No kidding. From now on, you and your husband, plus your in-laws, I hope you can keep his company afloat. The mortgage on this house isn't enough. We're in debt. Even I can understand that. Colton's father, who has made a lot of investments and failed, and Colton, who lied all the time and has nothing, they both have no talent for running a business. I'm sure none of you guys have any talent for running a business. We're in the same business, but I haven't heard a word about him at all. My company and his company should be rivals. I won't tolerate competition just because it's my ex's company. Wait, I want to divorce him. I apologize for being mean to you. I want to mend our relationship. Please help me. You're the only one I can rely on, sis. Oh, I'm sorry. I have an important meeting coming up. If this goes well, we're going to get the $2 million contract. I'll block you now. I now know you have talent for business management. I want to live with you, sis. You're an adult. If you want to run away, you're on your own. You took my fiancé away from me. You even got married to him. I wish you all the best. You're seriously going to block me? You're my sister. A fairy tale princess needs to have a hard life to start with. Bye. As my mother told me, my sister ended up crying to our parents. But due to the fact that she had stolen my fiancé from me, they wouldn't help her. She had no choice but to go back to her husband and in-laws. She still hasn't divorced the man she doesn't like and doesn't even have money. So, I think she is working with her in-laws and her husband. By the way, I recently heard a rumor about his company as a competitor. He forcefully tried to get a contract with another company and ended up in trouble with the police for stalking the employee. The road to becoming a princess seems to be a very difficult one.
Hey, Hank, are you there? I just wanted to ask you a really quick favor if you weren't too busy.
Oh, hey, Miranda. Yeah, sure. What do you need?
Well, it's actually just about my job, you see. The vice manager was going to come in today, but then he got hit by a car, so he isn't going to be able to work for a while now.
Oh, shoot. Someone at your work got hit by a car? Hope he's okay.
It doesn't sound like the injuries were life-threatening or anything like that, thankfully. But he did say that he probably wouldn't be able to come into work for about 3 weeks or so, and he asked if I would be interested in covering his shifts.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be at work a bit more than usual for a while then? What are you gonna do about Lisa then?
Well, I was going to make sure that I would always be able to get off in time to go and pick her up from preschool and take her home.
Oh, well, that's good then. Sounds to me like you've got this whole thing figured out then. So, what seems to be the problem then?
Well, it's just I'll probably have to go into work on the weekends as well, you see.
Oh, really? Well, that really stinks. But I guess you are basically working two people's shifts now, so maybe it can't be helped.
Right, but the thing is that the preschool is going to be closed on the weekends, right? So what I wanted to ask you was if you wouldn't mind watching over Lisa for me on the weekends while I'm at work.
Oh, is that all you wanted to ask me about? Yeah, sure, I could watch her. It's no problem at all.
Wait, what? Really? You're really fine with that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're always keeping an eye on her, so I don't mind it if you ask me to do it for a while.
Thank you so much. You know that I wouldn't be asking you if I was able to do it myself, but I just can't with this sudden new work schedule.
No, you don't need to worry about that at all. I'm at home all the time anyway. It's not like I'm ever going to be out all that often.
I actually think you spend most of your time out of the house, if I can be honest. But when you say that you're going to look after Lisa, you do mean that you're actually going to take care of her, right? Because a lot of times you're just on your phone the whole time in the same room as her.
Are you saying that it's impossible for me to look at my phone and babysit a toddler? I'm pretty sure that I can handle it.
But I want you to do more than just be with her. I want you to play with her and interact with her, okay? Do you think you can handle spending a whole day with her without looking at your phone? Because if you think this is going to be too much for you, I can always just go to my mom and ask her to help out.
You mean you would rather ask your mom to watch Lisa than your own husband? You don't mean that, right? Besides, her house is so far away.
Well, I thought that I would ask her to come up and spend the weekend at our place when I needed her to.
But that would mean that she would be coming over every single weekend for at least 3 weeks. I would hardly get to enjoy myself if that happened.
Okay, well, if you don't want my mom to watch Lisa, how about your parents? Could you just ask them?
No, that wouldn't work either. They also live way too far away. I mean, they're even further than your parents.
Okay then, it sounds to me like it's decided. I guess I'll just call my mom and ask her to do this.
Wait, you can't do that. Do you really have so little faith in me? I mean, Lisa is only 3 years old. I'm sure if I just let her take naps and pop the tablet in front of her that she should be fine, right?
Knowing our daughter, I doubt she would be interested in sitting still for more than a couple of hours.
Look, I'm Lisa's dad, and you came to me first to ask if you could do this, right? So I am telling you that I can do this and you have nothing to worry about.
I did ask you, but I was really nervous to even be doing that, you know? I mean, I feel like the entire time we've been married, I've been doing all of the child rearing and keeping the house clean.
Well, I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing enough.
But what I want to know is if you're going to change and start doing stuff now.
Of course I am. I already told you that it would be fine. Why are you on my back over this?
Well, okay then. If you really want to show me that, let's consider from now until Friday a kind of test run.
You mean that you really don't believe that I can do this?
You said yourself that you haven't been doing enough around the house, so let me just make sure that you know what you're doing.
Well, okay, I guess that's fine.
Okay then, it's a deal. Make sure you don't schedule anything for the next few weekends, please. Hank, are you seriously still not home yet? It's almost 8!
Ooh, yeah, sorry about that. Some fellas at the office invited me out to go drinking after work, and so I got a little caught up.
You mean you're out drinking again? Didn't you do that last week as well? I made dinner for all of us, and now your plate is just getting cold.
You're right, I'm sorry. I should have said something to you sooner. That was my bad.
I even had a fresh salad made because our neighbor gave us some fresh veggies from her garden. But it's so much, and there's no way that Lisa and I are going to be able to eat it all by ourselves.
Okay, jeez. I already said that I was sorry. I'm not sure what else you want from me. I'll just eat the salad for lunch tomorrow, okay?
You do that, but it doesn't change the fact that you've been going out a lot lately.
Well, I already said that I would give up my weekends just to watch Lisa. Am I not allowed to have any fun during the weekday now, too?
Hank, I am very grateful that you agreed to watch Lisa while I have to go to work. But you shouldn't act like spending a time with your daughter is a chore.
Well, it is a chore when I'm only having to help you do it because I'm helping cover for you.
And again, I am really grateful that you're doing this. Honestly, I am. But I'm just thinking that you really don't spend much time at home, and I think it would do you good to get to spend this time with Lisa.
You think that some 3-year-old kid is gonna remember anything from now when she's grown up? I'll just play with her when she's bigger and isn't like, a literal baby.
I wouldn't really call a 3-year-old a baby, but there are plenty of ways that you two can play and have fun. I mean, do you really just not want to spend any time with your child at all?
Look, you might be busy, but I also have a lot of stuff that I have to do, and yet I still agreed to help you out. Does that not count for anything?
Of course it counts! And I've said over and over again how grateful I am to you. I don't get why you're acting so defensive over this. I mean, this is our daughter that we're talking about. Aren't we supposed to raise her together?
I don't remember asking for any lectures from you, thank you very much. I already told you that I would go and watch her on the weekends, and yet you still have something to complain about, huh? Just who do you think you are? It's not my fault that your job is giving you more hours to work, so quit making it my problem.
It's no one's fault at all. My supervisor was hit by a car and is in the hospital. These things just happen. I really don't like the way that you're talking to me right now. I mean, if Lisa got sick, then one of us would have to take off work to be with her, right? It's the same thing.
No, if Lisa got sick, then you would stay home to take care of her. Unlike you, I work a full-time job, so I can't just call out or add hours willy-nilly like you do.
I know that we have different jobs, but I really like where I work, Hank. Now, I'm sorry you're upset that I've been asked to work more, but I think you're making it out to be worse than it really is.
You really have some nerve telling me what I do and don't think, you know that?
Hank, I don't get why you're acting as if I'm being unreasonable. I've given up all my weekends to watch Lisa up to now. All I'm asking is for a little extra help and that you actually play with her. Normally when you come home on the weekends, you just spend all day in your office on the computer. You never help me clean the house. You never say so much as thank you to me for keeping it that way. You just care about yourself.
Okay, I guess if I only care about myself then you don't care if I don't watch Lisa this weekend, is that what you're saying?
Hank, please don't be like that. This is the last time that I'm going to have to go in on the weekend. You know that, right?
Well, I don't care. I'm not gonna go along with your plan any longer until you apologize to me for all your nagging. If you don't like it, then you can just go and ask your mom.
But my mom is away on vacation right now. You said that you would do this for me, Hank.
And just what are you gonna do about that now, huh? Do you want me to watch Lisa this weekend or not? The choice is yours.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have nagged you so much about this.
And? Is that all you have to say?
I would really, really appreciate it if you could watch Lisa for me this weekend, Hank.
Well, I'm not sure if I quite bought that. You might just have to try again when I get home. So start working on your real apology now.
Hello, Beatrice. I'm really sorry that I couldn't pick up the phone when you called. Do you mind if I ask what it is that you want to talk about? Can you still not pick up the phone? You know how much I hate texting. I'm an old lady, for goodness sake. Anyways, where are you right now? I'm sorry, but I really can't do any phone calls right now. I'm still at work. But I can message you, so please just bear with me. What was it that you wanted to talk to me about? I just wanted to let you know that I broke one of your windows for you. Sorry, what? You broke one of my windows? Like, the windows on my house, is that what you mean? Are you telling me that your grandson was over and he threw a ball through one of them or something like that? No, I mean that I saw your daughter collapsed on the floor. She wasn't moving at all. What were you thinking, leaving a poor 3-year-old girl at home all by herself? Wait, what? She was by herself and she wasn't moving? That's right. I went out to go and hang my laundry on the clothesline, and I just happened to see little Lisa on the floor. At first, I thought that she had fallen asleep and was taking a nap. I thought she was so cute, so I went to take a closer look, but then I saw her face was beet red. I tried ringing the doorbell to your house to try waking her up, and then I tried banging on the window of the room she was in, but there was no response at all. Oh no, that's terrible. Is my daughter okay? What happened to her? It's okay, Miranda, don't worry. I called an ambulance and they came and took her away. I guess she was just having a bit of heat stroke from the sounds of it. I got on the 1 numbers of the paramedics and he told me that she was resting in bed getting fluids pumped into her. Oh, thank goodness. So she's really going to be okay then. Thank you so much for coming to me about this, Beatrice. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that trouble, though. It's fine. I'm just glad that Lisa is going to be okay. But what I want to know is where you or your husband were. Why was Lisa home alone? If you didn't have anyone to watch your daughter, you should have just asked me to. I love spending time with Lisa. But I thought that Hank was home with her. He was supposed to be anyways. Well, when the paramedics arrived, they said that there was no one else in the house. Even if Hank was asleep somewhere, the sound of broken glass should have woken him up. Are you still at your house? Do you know if his car is still in the driveway? I don't remember seeing any cars parked in your spot at all. And that means that Hank just left Lisa behind to go and do something. Oh, I see. Well, I'm very sorry that you had to find out this way. I didn't mean to blame you, but I just wanted to know what was going on. No, you're right to be so upset over something like this. I would never leave Lisa alone. And I am responsible for this on some level, of course. I know that I should never have asked Hank for his help with this. Well, I think that you and Hank need to talk about this later. Do you think that you can get to the hospital to be with Lisa? Of course. I'm at work right now, but I'll explain what happened to get someone to cover for me. Okay then. I'll let them know that you'll be arriving shortly. I'll head over myself so I can tell you the details of what happened in person and be there for you both, of course. I know that you must be feeling a lot of things all at once right now, but you need to remember to keep cool and be safe. Your daughter needs you right now, so take care of yourself on the way over.
Miranda, are you there? Something really bad happened. I need you to call me as soon as you get off work, okay? I tried calling your work, but nobody picked up. Please, this is really bad. Just call me as soon as you can, okay?
What is it, Hank? What do you want?
Are you done working? Can you call right now? This is an emergency.
I'm afraid that I can't really get on the phone right now.
Please, this is serious. I need to talk to you right now. Lisa has been kidnapped.
What do you mean by that? What did you do to our daughter?
I didn't do anything. But when I got home, a window was broken and Lisa was gone.
How could that happen? And what do you mean when you got home? I thought that you were with her.
Sorry, I didn't mean get home. I just meant got downstairs. Yeah, I was taking a nap on the 2nd floor.
Oh, really? But someone broke a window and that didn't wake you up at all?
I guess I must have been in a real deep sleep from all the babysitting I've been doing. I'm so sorry, though. I have no idea how this happened.
So even though you think our daughter is missing, you're still going to lie to me about where you were. That's it. We're getting a divorce.
Wait, what? What do you mean? How can you say that I'm lying? This is really serious.
Calm down. It is serious, but not in the way you think. I'm with Lisa in the hospital right now.
The hospital? Wait, what are the two of you doing there? Is everything okay?
Well, Lisa passed out in our home because she was suffering from heat stroke. Our neighbor Beatrice saw her through the window and tried to wake her up, but it didn't work. Finally, she threw a rock through the window just to save her.
But wait, is that really what happened? Oh, thank goodness.
This isn't good at all, Hank. Just where were you? Why weren't you at home? Beatrice said that your car wasn't in the driveway. Did you go out for lunch or something? Why would you just leave Lisa in the home without AC on?
You don't understand. I just stepped out for a little bit. I was just gonna go to the convenience store, that's all.
Which convenience store? Because there are plenty that you could have just walked to from our place. Or did you really have to drive all the way to go and pick up a bag of chips or whatever it was you were getting? And that still doesn't explain why you would leave Lisa.
I really am sorry, okay? I never thought things would go like this.
But you still aren't answering the questions. I want to know where you were. I know that you lied to me, so just tell me the truth.
The truth is that I had a friend who had spare tickets to a baseball game, and he asked me at the last minute if I would want to go.
I don't believe it. What in the world were you thinking, Hank?
I just thought that I would watch the game and then go straight back home, I swear. I thought that I was gonna be away for like an hour, and I just turned off the AC without really thinking about it, okay? I'm sorry.
So you left Lisa alone in the house for over an hour then?
But when I left the house, she was still asleep. I thought that I would come back and she would still be sleeping.
I don't even know what to say. Do you even want to be a father? How could you do this? I mean, you're an adult and you really thought it would be okay to leave a 3-year-old alone in a hot house like that. And this isn't any child. This is your daughter that we're talking about here.
I know, I really am sorry, but I didn't think things were gonna go this way. I was just getting so stressed about not being able to do anything on the weekends.
You were stressed because you had to watch your daughter on the weekend. I've been working for almost 3 weeks straight now.
Well, sure, but I mean, why didn't you just ask your mom to do this?
Because you insisted that you be the one to watch her, don't you remember?
But I just, look, I have to work during the weekend, you know that.
And I work and take care of the kid. What is your point? I'm basically on the clock all the time.
I really am sorry, okay? I know what I did was wrong now, and it's never gonna happen again.
You're darn right it isn't going to happen again. Lisa and I are staying the night at the hospital, and then tomorrow you are going to sign the divorce papers.
Wait, no, please, don't do this. I said I really am sorry. Why do we have to get a divorce on top of all that? This is the only time this has ever happened.
And this one could have cost Lisa her life, don't you realize that?
Don't you think you're being just a little bit dramatic?
How so? You almost killed our daughter to go watch a sports game.
You're right, I shouldn't have done that. But I'm listening and I'm learning, and all I ask for is a second chance. I mean, doesn't how panicked I got when I couldn't find Lisa count for anything?
You were just pathetic. Do you know that? Do you think I want any of your little excuses or platitudes? You aren't taking responsibility for this at all.
Please don't do this to me, Miranda. You two are all I have in this world. You can't just leave me. I really am sorry.
I knew that I should never have left Lisa with you. And here I thought you actually wanted to try and be a good father. Well, I am never going to make that mistake again. The next day, I went back home to confront Hank in person. I dropped Lisa off at my mom's place so she wouldn't have to see us fight. Hank refused to sign the divorce papers, and in the end, it took a whole month and bringing in his and my parents to finally make him cry. Although I was always going to tell our parents what had happened, his reaction to me wanting a divorce ended up turning everyone against him. I couldn't care less, though. I'm just glad to be done with this marriage. Over time, however, the details of our divorce started being passed down the grapevine, and soon even all of Hank's co-workers knew what he had done. It wasn't long before Hank was truly left alone with no family or friends on his side. After the divorce, I went to go and live with my parents while I looked for a job at a new house for Lisa and I. It took some time, but I finally found a full-time position and an affordable apartment. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.